Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today I wanna talk about the 1.19 experimental equipment. I would say bullshit, because that's it in a nutshell. It's bullshit. So they released this in like 6 days, so I had time to think about it. Also, I didn't have time to do the video, but here I am. Okay, so they put out a common test. It's not a sandbox, it's a common test with the new experimental equipment. So what it is, or what is it? It's basically, at the moment they have they have three equipment, which are like combined equipment, two equipments combined into one. Like straight away, what's the problem with that? You can have basically 4 equipment in one slot, 3 slots. But yeah. But wait a minute, they told us that the weight of the bonuses may be like 80% and 20%. Like they had a funny idea, like 80% of a gun rammer effect and then 10% of a vertical stabilizer and 60 and 40. Like, yeah, okay. But let's see what they really did with these ones. So we got 3 of them: the fire control system, the mobility improvement system, and the survivor improvement. I'm gonna talk about how you can get them after, because that's another story as well. So they got the lovely levels, because they got levels like the bounty ones, but they got 3 levels, which is very fun. And I'm gonna talk how you can get the level 3, of course, because that's the best of the best. So yeah, they got a really good sheet here, but I would say a better one, because I compare it to the actual equipment that they are combined. I have to tell you that if you are like, okay, so I'm gonna start with the fire control system, because that's the least OP in my opinion. So first, fire control system. Basically, the fire control system is a equipment that combines the vert steps and the gun laying drive. So how much does it give us? Because they told us it's gonna be like 80, 20, 60, 40. But I don't see that. Because why? Because if you look at this, the fire control system tier 3 gives us 9% fire aiming speed. You can see it here. And 11.5% gun dispersion during movement and rotation. So the first one is a gun laying drive. So I compared it to a one which is not in a slot, so that's 10%. So 9% to 10%, that's 90% bonus weight. They called it bonus weight. The weightage of bonuses, maybe. I just, yeah, it's fine. And the other stuff is vert steps. So we got 11.5%, which is, it's minus, but yeah, it's minus. It doesn't matter. It's fine. It's the same. Minus and minus, but you know. And I compared it to Versa, which is in the slot, which is 23%, because usually you can put at least one equipment in a slot. So in all of the cases, I put them one in a slot and one not in a slot, because if you got 3 equipment, you can put like 1 or 2 in. If you got 4, you can still put 1 or 2. So I think this is fair. Also, these like come out in like a pretty good percent. So here we get 50%. So at the end, we get 140%. So at the end, how much did we get? we got 1 and almost a half percent of an equipment at the end. It's not like yeah, I could like okay, like we can do like okay, let's see, where is the stabilizing equipment system? So the bounty, so uh 23% or let's say 23% or 29.5% divided with 10 to 20t, that's 1.2, that's 120%. If we say 27.5 by 20, that's almost the same. So it's basically it's a better bounty equipment actually, because you get more percentage. What? And this is the least. Like I can just put this on an arty and I'm so happy with it, because at the moment I'm putting on my arties, I put a rotation device. I could put like an aiming device. On this one I put an gun laying drive and the rotation device. Basically, I get the same stuff. I'm only putting rotation device on these things because they don't have burst tabs. Actually, yeah. So yeah. Also, like this is very bad. I like turning. So yeah. So I can just put one thing like of this and then I'm good. Okay, let's move on. Okay, I'm gonna talk about I think the most overpowered one, and then the last one, which is the server improvement. So the mobility improvement system, which is basically it says additional bonus from improved rotation mechanism. It's a turbo with improved rotation mechanism. So, how much does it give? If it's fully upgraded, you get 10% engine power from the turbo, you get 5 kilometers per hour forward speed, 3 kilometers per hour backward speed, and that's the exactly same as a turbo in a slot. Twitch. That's the same as a turbo in a slot. You feel me? And we didn't even get to the improved rotation mechanism. That's already 100% bonus. Like we are at the one equipment. Look at it. It's 10, 5, 3. We got the same. Okay, let's move on to the bonus from the improved rotation. So, from an improved rotation mechanism, which is not in a slot, you get 10% turret traverse or gun traverse. You get 10% whole traverse speed, and you get minus 20%, 10% dispersion during movement and rotation. So basically, it's a burst steps, burst steps. And if we look at the mobility improvement system, it's flat. It's not 888, the same 888. So if we put this together, we got 80% on all of these. So if we wanna combine these all, we get 180% buff. This is basically putting two equipment on one tank. Like I can show you so many of my tanks where I use a turbo and not like vert stabs. Like let's go to my 277. I use a turbo, a vent, and a rammer. I can just change the turbo into a mobility improvement system, whatever, tier 3, and I get the same effect as a normal turbo in a slot, plus I get 80% of an improved rotation mechanism. I can show you in the comparison here. So I have normal vents and normal rammer, it doesn't matter. I got the turbo in a slot, and in here I got the mobility improvement system tier 3. Can you see the problem here? Oh yeah, it's here. Because I got dispersion went down by 8%. Turret traverse, tank traverse went up by like, I don't know, 10% or something like that. Or it's basically 8%, but you know. What? That's just a flat out buff. There is no question if we get this equipment, and we are gonna get this equipment, that I'm gonna put, with like no questions asked, a mobility improvement system tier 3 on my 277, because that's just flat out a buff on this tank. Because there is no way I'm removing the turbo, because it's so good. Also, I can be like a bit cheaper now, because yeah, I'm using a bond turbo, whatever, this. But now I can just remove here, put it there, and I can change this to a fire slot. I can put on my gun rammer. It's not gonna be as good as a bond rammer, because it's 13.5% to 11.5, but 50 damage per minute, and I can put this rammer on a tank that really needs it. Oh my god! Like, that's the biggest problem, that you are not using the slots, which should be like negating players from just slapping on any equipment that they want, because that gives you the edge. But it doesn't give you edge, because we have bond equipment and bounty equipment and this stuff. So the last one, I'm angry already. The last one is a survivor improvement suit, which is a whatever improved hardening with modified configuration bonus. So if you look at this, to vehicle hit points on the level 3, it's 11.5, and on the improved hardening in a slot, it's only 10%. If you look at the because we only have the bond one, that's 12.5. Yeah, but that's a bond equipment. So that's why I'm not comparing to this, because it's bullshit to compare this to this, to bond one, because it should be like normal equipment put together, but this is better than a normal equipment. Okay, to number X fuel tank and engine durability, that's the same as a modified configuration, not in a slot. So that's 100%, but that was, the other one was 115%. Okay, suspension durability 70%, which is again better than the improved hardening in a slot, which is 65%. So that's 107% better. Suspension repair speed 25% instead of 20 on the in slot improved hardening, which is 125% better. And then we got to loading speed penalty loss and loss of engine power upon the damaging of module. 50%, which is the same as the modified configuration in the slot, not in a slot 50%. So that's 100%. We are good with that. Of course, we are on this one. We are losing some of the aspects, like the load capacity on the improved hardening, which is 10%. But you don't really care about that one when you are playing a tier 10 tank. You don't need that. You only use that when you are playing a stock tank, which is not a tier 10. So, and you are not putting these on the tier tank. So we can just delete this. This is not relevant. Hull damage by suspension damage during impact. Yeah, we lose that, but when you are not driving crazy, it doesn't really matter. It's not like a spawn liner which gives you like what does it give you? It gives you like. Can I not? Oh yeah. Oh my god. Standard. It's not like it protecting against ramming damage. So yeah, I think this is like whatever. Repair speed, 25% repair speed. This is like legit. I guess I can put have this here, but yeah, it's legit. Chance of fire. Eh, like you are not putting the modified configuration for the chance of fire, because like you get your I don't know, like this is not that, like you get Amorak fuel tank and engine durability 100% with the modified configuration bonus. So it's a low chance that you get your you get set on fire because of these ones. Also, these ones like give you prevents one fuel tank or more explosion and engine destruction in the battle. So if you had a fuel tank fire, the first one is gonna be negated. So the 65% chance of fire is again can go to the trash because it doesn't really matter. So at the end we got like we lose the 25% repair speed, which like I don't know, I don't really care because the suspension repair speed is the most important one, and you get that, you get 25%, so you get the same. It's like yeah, so you get it basically. You get that. You get 25%, you already get it. I guess you cannot repair your gun, but whatever, but your fuel tank is not gonna be damaged. Your ammo rack is not gonna be damaged. Your engine not gonna be damaged. Like maybe your cupola gets damaged, but you get if you have the what's that? This recon, then it doesn't matter if it's damaged. I guess if it's damaged, not if it's when it's damaged, not destroyed. I don't know. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. Maybe your gun gets damaged, but also if you get your ammo rack, it's the penalty. You get minus 50% penalty on the engine as well. So yeah, basically you're indestructible in that sense. So this doesn't matter, I would say. So yeah, basically you got buffed again. And I think this is basically two equipments with buffs on some of them. So yeah, you can just toss this on your, I don't know, 60 TP or your Panzer 7. Those are like not the good ones to show you. I don't have like a 2790 or a, I don't know, T95 or a E3. And yeah, thank you very much. Or KV5, you can just put one equipment like this on, and then you have one more whole slot. So yeah, this is very very fun. So about how you get. So I think this is game breaking again. This is separating the new starting players from the veterans and the good players, because yeah, it's not gonna be fun. Okay, how we can get it? We can get it. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna, because I can't find it. Okay, so we will provide enough opportunities to obtain the experimental equipment over the course of next year. We will start right now, so they are not even thinking about putting this in. They are putting this in. We just have to follow this. Pieces of experimental equipment will be included into well-deserved rewards. Again, if you are a player that plays like 8 to 10 years already, you're gonna get more of them. If you are a new player, you are not gonna get a ton of them, or like maybe you can't even get one of them. Also, they are gonna be still tier 1. And they will also become part of holiday ops and the battle pass in 2023. Oh my god. So at the moment we are getting bounty equipment in the, yeah, here. We get bounty equipment. I think maybe we will get this experimental equipment in here, and also when you wanna buy stuff, we may be able to buy experimental equipment here instead of the bounty ones, which is crazy. Again, if you are a good player, a dedicated player, you're gonna play more, you're gonna pay for it, so you're gonna get more of them. And like, okay, you can do holiday ops, but everyone can be, okay, everyone can do holiday ops, but the well-deserved rewards, not everyone's gonna get it, because I have my account created in 2014, so I get like 8 years, but somebody who started in like 2019, they gonna get only 3 years worth of stuff. You know? It was with the last one that you were able to buy more bounty equipment, I think, if you had like, if you played for more time, because then you got more like points or tokens to buy them, and then, so yeah, like you were able to buy more of them. So yeah. And how you can upgrade them? You can upgrade them so they come in level 1, and then if you break one down, a level, you will be able to break them down. If you break one down, a tier 1, you get 100 points. 100 these I don't know, components, and then you will be able to upgrade another one, of course, for 400. So to get to tier 2, you will need 5 of them to make one good, a tier 2. And then if you want to get a tier 3, you're gonna need 25 to break 24 of them to get a tier 3. I don't know how many we are gonna get, but like, I think only the tier 3 is a choice to put on your tanks, because those are the really good ones. Like maybe in the survival ability you can put like, but yeah, it's not that amazing if you don't do that. So, and like here as well, this is a like a normal turbo, or a bit better than a normal turbo, but like worse, improved rotation mechanism bonuses. So yeah, I think so if also I can just go through my tier 10s fast, really fast. Progetto 65. In this, maybe I'm not gonna get any of them. I think I'm fine with this. Maybe the vert stabs to get a, but the aim time is really good. I need the dispersion good, so maybe not on this tank. 60 TP. Maybe I can totally change my turbo to a mobility improvement thingy, because it's gonna be like bonus with the vert stabs. So yeah, good on me. Kronwang again. I can do that. Maybe then I can put a aiming device instead of the vert stabs. So yeah, good on me. Yeah, I could change the vert stabs into a modified configuration again. This one, oh my god, I can put an, instead of the rotation mechanism, I can put an the other one, the not the best one, the fire control system, but because that's aiming speed plus half a vert stats, which is basically an improved rotation mechanism on the dispersion side. M48 pattern. Yeah, flat out. Thank you very much. I'm just gonna put this on instead of the turbo. 277. As I told you, mobility. Uh, Maybe not here. It doesn't really matter on this. Here as well, mobility. Also the improvements. The improvement thingy. Thank you very much. You guys, I don't know. 114. Yeah, sure. I can just put on the thingy, and then it's fine if I lose. It's mobile enough. This thing is mobile enough. I can lose one forward and one reverse speed. 112. Yeah, I'm using a turbo. Thank you very much. More dispersion and mobility and stuff. Maybe on the Centurion I could use a turbo with 80% of mobility. 114. Yeah, I got a rotation mechanism. I can just put on a turbo and then I'm faster as well. This tank. Nah, I don't know. Nah. IS4 turbo. I'm using a turbo. Why don't I use a mobility improvement, which gives me 80% of improved rotation mechanism, so I get more less dispersion on my tank. IS2. I would really like to get a rotation mechanism on this, but I'm using a turbo to be faster. Now I can have both. Object 140. I started using this tank with the vert steps, then I went to turbo, but I didn't really like the snappiness of the gun without the vert steps. Now I can put on both basically. This tank, but yeah, these are only tier 10s. I have, there's a good one, the IS3A. Where is it? IS3A. Yeah. I'm using vert steps, turbo, and vent, and my second equipment is vent, vert stabs, and the rotation mechanism. Why I just combine them into one, and now I'm Gucci. I don't need to think about which one I want. Thank you very much, Wargaming. This is game breaking again. Also on the freaking 134B or the Carnevron. Yeah, thank you very much. I just take the 80% of an improved rotation mechanism. Tornwang, I am not using vert subs or any of that because I need the speed of the turbo. Thank you very much. I just put on 80% of the improved rotation device. Yeah, I digress. It's just OP, game breaking. I don't like it, but we are just getting it shoved down our throat because Wargaming is just bullcrap. Also, if you want to demount them, if it's a level 1, it's gonna be 100 gold or a demounting kit. If it's a level 2, it's gonna be 50 components, which is half of a tier 1 component. And for a level 3, it's gonna be 100 components. So every time I want to change it to another tank, it's gonna be a complete tier 1 equipment, experimental equipment down the drain. Wow, yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I just can't imagine when we get a gun rammer with like word stabs or a aiming device maybe. Oh, also, yeah, okay. One thing I have to tell you, of course, if you have like a mobility improved equipment, you are not gonna be able to put on a turbo or a improved rotation device on it because that's just doubling the effect. So that they remove that, fortunately. But still, you can put like a vert steps plus the mobility, and then you have like basically vert steps and improved rotation device with a turbo. So yeah, yeah, I'm not gonna uh, lengthen this video. Thank you very much for watching. I just yeah, tell me about yeah, like tell me about in the comments what you think about these experimental equipment. If you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you're not, then hit the dislike button. Also, tell me why you didn't like the video. I like the feedback either way. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and you can catch me live. Usually, yeah, like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 6 p.m. Central European time on my Twitch. It's gonna be in the description. So yeah, hang out with me there, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.